Julie and Malcolm had a date?
Yeah, so the thing is, Malcolm is going to go on a date with Julie. She's back. Deal with it.
Maybe I don't know. Can you repeat? Well, yes, no, 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 baby.
Hello and welcome to Yes, No, Maybe, a Malcolm in the Middle watch-along podcast. My name is Willa.
My name is Ryan.
And we are brother and sister. We host this podcast together. And sometimes we hang out even in real life. But he
No, continue.
doesn't usually answer my texts.
I've gotten better at it because I have a staggering amount of unread text messages. And
Do you really?
Yeah, I have at any given time I have probably like 80 plus.
That's horrific. You're like, Mom. Mom does that.
Yeah, well,
You're like, Mom. You're like, Mom.
I'm related to Mom.
I think you are like Mom more than me.
Yeah. You are
Let's get right into it.
Adopted.
We look too similar for that to be true.
That's true. It's the worst thing about me. It's a fucking plague. Today we're talking about season 1, episode 11. It's called Funeral. Not the first funeral that we go to in the show, and not the well. This actually is, but not the last.
Really well done. Actually, we've been to the funeral of Hot Jumpy 9
No, yeah, I guess you could call that a funeral.
and the Viking funeral of
We don't see it; it's off screen. But you're right.
and the Viking funeral of Lester, the pervy janitor.
It's the
The
first
first
human
official
human
Lester
funeral.
was a human. I think you don't like to think janitors are humans, but they are.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Remember when Reese becomes a janitor?
Okay, spoilers.
Spoilers. So in this cold open, Malcolm is in the Krellboyne class and he's like reading Shakespeare. I think it's Shakespeare.
Jesus.
I do
Yeah,
like
it's
Shakespeare, but I couldn't place that one.
I volunteered every time we had to do something like that.
Yeah, I
and
bet.
I was just like trying so hard.
Yeah.
And the English teacher loved me.
One time in high school, one of the most embarrassing moments of my whole life. I was a freshman in high school. We were in English class, and she was talking about Shakespeare and when he was writing stuff and where he wrote, like what he wrote about, like what time periods and like countries that he wrote about. And I raised my hand. I was like, why didn't he ever write a play about America? And she was like, America had not been created. And I literally like left the classroom to go to the bathroom. I felt so embarrassed.
I mean, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it was a really stupid thing to say. And I think about it, my teacher's name was Alexis. Yeah, I was actually a sophomore in high school. I remember in that same class, this one kid named Julian, he was calling on people for some activity, and I raised my hand, and he was like, "What's your name again?" He didn't know my name. We had a very small class of 100
like
people.
90 kids.
Yeah, and it was the second year, so.
Whatever. You were popular in high school. More
Yeah,
popular than me.
Willa was a fucking loser in high school. Oh my god, it was crazy, an uphill battle for me.
Listen, I left that life long behind.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat of a social maven now.
So the cold open, Malcolm is reading Shakespeare in the Krellboyne class, and his class loves it. Like they're at,
Caroline is lapping
She
it
is-
up.
I was going to say something gross.
Yeah,
but
let's stop. Let's move on.
Caroline is really wrapped in attention, and so is the class. Like they love it.
Stevie has the cutest shit-eating grin.
Yeah.
11 out of, well, let's say 9 out of 10 cute because it's a little, well, because he hits him with the homeo.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So Malcolm's reading Shakespeare, and he's kind of doing it. He's kind of doing it normal.
Yeah, he's not
Like,
doing it all gay-like.
Yeah. What do you mean? What does that mean?
Homeo.
No, idiot. 1 second. We'll talk about this in a second. Malcolm's reading
You
Shakespeare.
don't know.
Oh, because like Romeo.
Do you not know what he's like saying when he calls him homeo?
Like calling him homo.
Yeah.
I thought
And
it was
Romeo.
I thought he was calling him a homie.
Oh, because he's black.
No, that's why I was like, that's no. That's why I was uncomfortable by it.
That's
about
why
it.
you were
Well,
uncomfortable.
it's just
by
sort of
it?
like homeo is a weird thing to say. You think
Yeah,
he
he's
was
calling him a homo.
really?
Absolutely.
Why would
a hundo p?
Why
a homo p?
Why would he be calling him that?
Because it's gay as fuck to do theater.
But Stevie wouldn't be the Stevie loves that shit. Stevie's
know,
in the
but
Krellboyne class. Stevie's not cool enough to call
I
him
don't
homo.
think theater. I think he's into the hard sciences. I don't think he's into. I don't know. I think they
I'm
have.
undecided about which one of you is right.
We
No.
should ask him. Wait,
He's
wait,
calling him
wait.
homie and saying homeo like Romeo.
Why would he give a shitty grin and then say homie?
He gives,
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I think he gives the shit-eating grin because Caroline is so clearly in love with him.
No, he's giving a shitty grin, and Malcolm says, just because you're my best friend doesn't mean I won't push you over in that wheelchair, which he says a lot. He says a lot of
a
stuff
lot.
like, just because you're in a little wheelchair, like all the time. And then he follows up and he says, homeo.
He does say that. I'm undecided about what that means, but it is
I'm living in a world of rubes.
Unquestionably, a kind of a strange cold open.
Yeah, strange cold open.
But,
Wow.
but it does show that the class really loves Malcolm, even
I mean,
though
they're obsessed.
with him because he's the cool kid, which I like. It's sweet.
Just remember, we're best friends. So that wheelchair isn't going to stop me from kicking your ass.
Bring it on, homeo.
Anyway, okay, so we move on. This episode's called Funeral. Aunt Helen has died.
Alert! Aunt Helen has died.
I hope you're sitting down. Aunt Helen has died, and it's Lois's aunt, and the family's getting ready to go to her funeral. And the whole episode basically takes place in the house as everybody's getting ready. Pretty self-contained episode. They're all pretty much in the house
Little
the whole
bottle
time.
ep, sort of.
Kind of.
It's not what a bottle
Not
ep
really
is.
what a bottle episode is, but you're dumb.
So Hal's explaining death to Dewey, which reminded me of like our dad being so blunt about like the sun exploding in a billion years.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, don't worry, you'll be dead and all
Long
your friends
dead.
will be dead by then. I'm like, okay.
My dad is very pragmatic about these things.
Yes, very to the point. So I liked that Hal was kind of the same way. He was like, and the worms will get in and blah, 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 blah. And Dewey obviously freaks out. Dewey looking so cute.
Dewey's very cute in the cuteness meter.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, 10 out of 10. Yeah,
this
you
is
don't
your
even know
domain.
how to. You don't even know how to approach the meter.
I don't
the
even know where it
dials.
is.
You
Yeah,
don't
I
even
don't know how
know
to work it.
how to calibrate it, and it shows. Julie and Malcolm had a date.
Yeah, so the thing is, Malcolm is going to go on a date with Julie. She's back. Deal with it.
Like what?
She's back. And
She is also adorable.
Yeah, she's really
like
cute.
10 out of 10 cute in this episode. So sweet. Is she like Cindy Lou Who or something? She's not
No.
Cindy Lou Who, but she's some other kid. She's in some other kid project.
Kid
And
Project.
I'm very familiar with all the children
Kid
projects.
Project.
Anyway, I'm really sorry. Especially since you're stuck with the extra ticket.
Well, that's okay. Maybe I'll ask Jimmy to go.
Who's Jimmy?
Jimmy Westcott. He plays football. Bye.
So he has a date, and so he lets you go to some concert, so he doesn't want to go to the funeral. So that's kind of his thing. He's trying to find out a way to not go to the funeral,
Right.
so he can go out with Julie and maybe kiss her or something. I don't know. It's probably
They
what he
all
wants
have.
to do.
They all probably hold hands. They all have like an objective. Like yeah. So Malcolm wants to go on this date. Hal,
He's trying to write a speech.
right, is trying to write his speech.
He's trying to perfect his speech because he thinks that every time there's a funeral, he gives a great speech,
Right.
even though it's implied that like
He
everybody hates it.
He also would rather be listening to his records.
He also wants to be
another
listening
thing.
to his records. Reese wants to go to the funeral because he wants to bury a toy that he broke in the
So
casket.
funny. One of the funniest things because Malcolm like doesn't dissuade. Like Malcolm isn't like, well, why don't you just throw it away?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like they treat it as if like this is the only solution. Which I guess I'm like, is Malcolm just doing that to fuck with him, or is it just in their kid logic? They're like, yeah, we'll bury it and it'll be gone.
I think it's just so that the episode can continue. Like it's just like, you know.
Okay.
I mean, I know
Nothing
that's
to talk about.
but no. Well, I just mean like without
Yes,
if they
I
were
know,
to
it's
the
the-
logical thing, there wouldn't be.
Yes.
You know.
Well, and there's that pointed thing Reese says. It's like, I don't have good ideas.
Yeah.
You're the one who
Yeah.
has. You're the one who has good ideas.
Okay, she
That's
was.
Reese voice.
No,
Julie
no burping,
was
Willa.
in How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
She was.
She played 8-year-old Martha. But that must be
Yes. In the flashback in The Grinch, a film I'm very familiar with and love, Ron Howard, correct? He, the Grinch was being bullied when he was a kid and had a crush. She plays a very similar role of like the nerd kid. Well, the Grinch, he's a freak of nature,
He
having
stole
a crush.
Christmas.
He did it under duress.
I hope you're sitting down. He stole Christmas.
The Grinch has stolen Christmas.
Alert.
No, but that's the girl. Julie is the girl. Oh my gosh. Thank you. That just scratched something in my brain.
so glad.
Mom will think I did it, but she can't prove it without this. It's in the Constitution. No evidence, no conviction. E pluribus unum.
Reese wants to bury this thing. It's funny because you'd think that Reese is the one that wouldn't want to go to the funeral, but of course he does want to go there to bury this thing with Aunt Helen.
Yes, and and it's the toy. It's Dewey's birthday present that he's destroyed. And I think he's like, "Why did you stomp on it?" And he's like, "I don't know why I do the things I do. I just do them."
So in Dewey's storyline, it's a great storyline. It's kind of a famous one. Like I see memes about it a lot.
Yeah.
Is that Dewey has a friend and his name is Egg, and he lives at and he's just randomly at the house, and he's this cute little bowl cut kid.
You know what? Let's give it up for Egg.
Yeah. Kaela, add in much more applause.
She doesn't do that shit. I do that shit.
Well, that's just one more hand. Give it
Let's
up for
give it for
Egg.
Egg. I think he might get the Emmy this year.
What about the cuteness meter?
He sets a new standard. There might be Egg after 10.
Why?
10 egg.
But somebody already got 11, I think, this episode or last.
11 is below egg.
Right before egg.
Right before egg, but they're almost indistinguishable. But anyway, he's so freaking cute, and I love the little haircut.
I love the haircut. I love how he whispers. I love how he's like, egg. And then they're like, what did he say? I think he said Craig. And then he's like, his name is Egg. And they don't know where he came from. But it's cute that they're just like accepting of Egg.
It's the same episode where Julie at the end is completely put off by the family and slides in the trash and is like, everyone said not to come to your house. And at the same time, they're being so nice to this other kid, you know?
They are a nice family.
Which is kind of a cool
Yeah.
little thing.
So Egg is sort of this new family member. He's funny. He causes a lot of funny antics.
Honestly, I'd rather have Egg than Jamie.
Yeah, hot take.
I'd
Jamie.
rather have Egg than Jamie. What if they just took an egg and had Egg the rest of the show? Would have been great. So they use a fisheye lens for the for Malcolm remembering all the family events where they like touch his cheeks
Right,
and stuff.
kissing
It
his
looked
cheeks.
so cool.
It did look cool.
I
It looked
really
very like
that.
90s skate video. They also do
Yes.
that kind of fun editing thing when they're trying on the suits where it cuts between them very rapidly. They
Yeah,
do
it's
some
like,
fun. They do some fun editing stuff.
And they
here.
love being a little hip hoppy with it.
Yeah, well, that was good. So those are kind of the things going on. And meanwhile, Francis is on the phone and he's trying to figure out what's going on. He's kind of relegated to the telephone in this episode. He's just sort of calling the family.
He does a lot of facting, phone
Yeah,
acting.
phone acting, facting.
It's an industry term.
Look it up. We're in the industry, and
They actually don't know what we do. Ryan works in film, sort of.
who doesn't know the audience?
Yeah, we don't know who we are. Ryan studied film and is trying to be a filmmaker. He is a filmmaker, sorry.
Thank you.
I'm doing comedy and I do a little bit of tech as well.
Does a little bit of tech. There you go.
Which Ryan's a little bit of a Luddite and he doesn't really like tech.
That's not true. I love
We'll
tech.
get into it. But I just want to give you a little peek into our world.
Cut
Kaela
that.
doesn't do much.
Kayla doesn't do much. This is,
I produce
Kayla
this.
produces yes, no, maybe, and
Kayla exists only in this instance, and
Yeah.
when
I'm
this
severed.
she's
Yeah.
severed.
She's
Kayla is
severed.
our severed employee.
and when we're done with this, we just unplug her and put her back in the closet.
That's awesome.
So yeah, Francis is on the phone trying to figure out what the hell's going on. He's like, Aunt Helen died, whatever.
I love it, and he knows about Aunt Helen. He's like, well, is Rick okay or whatever? And they're like, I don't.
He
Oh,
died
he
2 months
died
ago.
2 months ago.
This also has the great joke, one of the best jokes of what happened to Helen. Dewey's like, cats ate her face.
Cats ate her
Francis is
face.
like, what?
And then he's like, let me talk to Dad. Puts him on the phone. Cats ate her face. Doesn't even say anything. And then Dewey knows much more about it than I do.
Yeah.
Gives it back.
Yeah, it's so good.
So
That
Kayla and I
line.
were dying.
That
at
is-
Dewey
that.
knows more about it than I
It
do.
is a really great. It is a really great joke.
It's so good. Cats ate her face, and it almost sounds just like cats ate her face. Cats ate her face.
Yeah, that's definitely why it's funny.
Cats ate her face.
I thought about Francis like in this episode how like he really just it's a good gig for Christopher Masterson
It is.
where he just like in this episode probably had to do like 2 days of shooting by a phone, you know, one room. And
It
he
is hard to
and he
do phone acting, though. I mean,
yeah,
it's not
but he's
very...
in so little of this episode,
Yeah.
and it's just like he gets paid per episode, and
Yeah.
this one he's barely in. It's just a nice cushy gig.
It is. He gets to spread his gospel while he's
Of
there with the
Scientology.
boys.
Yep, yep. I heard this is a rumor, and it's unsubstantiated, and I think it's been debunked. Maybe,
Well, we
but-
like to throw those around.
I see this on the Reddit sometimes.
What Reddit?
What Reddit? Yeah. Oh, God. Anyway, I hear this on the Reddit where Bryan Cranston didn't like to have his kids hang out with Christopher Masterson on set.
No, but if you
because-
read the thread, they were like, I don't think there's any evidence of that. And Hal even he pushed for him to direct a few episodes in the
That's true.
final
Well, that's
season.
why I said it's unsubstantiated.
Well,
so.
unsubstantiated isn't the same as like pushed against.
Yeah, it is. That's why it's unsubstantiated.
No, it's unsubstantiated because it doesn't have like a source. That's just a fact of it can be unsubstantiated or it can't be.
I swear, I'm not even a part of this family anymore. Francis, it's very important that you understand that is not true. But I don't have time right now.
The family finds out that nobody actually really liked Aunt Helen. Everybody kind of thought she was the worst. And so the morale kind of lowers of like, why do we even have to go? But Lois wants to honor her because it's family, whatever.
Lois has this moral core of like we have to support family. That's what we do. Lois kind of is doing these mind games to Malcolm too when Malcolm's trying to get out of it, and that's that great sequence where she's like, "And then what did you say? And the homework's due tomorrow." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that is just a master class in manipulation
Because
from
he's
her
trying,
there.
he's trying to get out of it,
Yep.
out of the funeral by saying he has a book report to do.
It's on Tales Two Cities.
Which you haven't read yet.
Right.
But you just said you did.
No, I said I didn't. And then you said it was Thursday, and look, I just don't want to go to this stupid funeral.
So Lois decides that she's done.
Yeah,
And she
kinda
doesn't
gives up.
want to. She gives up. Very similar to the episode in Drake and Josh. Josh gives up. Remember that episode?
Oh
Haunting.
yeah, haunting. He's depressing.
This is him.
Depressed.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, that episode did fuck me up.
No, I'm just done.
Yeah, he almost killed himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On set.
On set, the gun jammed.
From now on, no one has to do anything. We can all just do whatever we want. And I want to take a bubble bath.
Yeah, Lois freaks out. Lois is done. The house gets progressively messier. Everybody's doing what they want to do, but that means that nothing good is happening because it's just chaos.
Yeah, she basically just posts up in the bubble bath and she's like, I'm done, you know?
And it was brutal to watch the house just get destroyed and Dewey trying to pour the juice.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to pour juice. I don't know if we've talked about this in the show yet, but I wasn't allowed to pour juice for a lot of years.
Until you were 8.
Until I was 8. Because I would spill it on the ground, much like Dewey did.
Dewey did.
My
one time I wanted to give you breakfast. I think I was like 8 and you were like 6. And so I went, and my parents, I think, were asleep, and I was like, oh, I'm being so cool. I'm being so nice and getting baby the breakfast. And I poured a bowl of cereal, and then I went to get the milk, and I was like, well, isn't that nice? There's a nice little small kid size carton for me to pour the milk. And I picked that up, and I pour the milk in and have you start eating it. Little did I know it's heavy whipping cream or buttercream or something, one of those. And Ryan's like, oh, like, I hate it. And I was like, eat it. I made it for you. Eat it. And I got so upset that you were like not eating it, but I creamed you.
Ew. So Lois losing morale and quitting is kind of a sad thing because it's depressing because she just kind of gives up and she's sort of the anchor of the house.
That's like how Mom said that her mom got like really tired of making them food and just like kind of one day was like, all right, now you guys just figure out your own food.
Yeah, my mom's siblings wouldn't come to dinner, like they wouldn't all sit down at dinner at the same time. Like everybody was late to the table after her mom would make dinner, and so her mom eventually was like, you know what, fuck it, like no more family dinners, I'm not cooking. And then after that, they just ate White Castle burgers every day for dinner
and would just like heat them up in the microwave.
Pretty sad.
It's really fucking depressing.
Really sad story.
Thought that'd be a nice little anecdote to drop.
Yep.
Shout out our mom.
Shout out mom. She's listening. Probably reminiscing at this point.
She's like,
Youth.
Yeah, but then the Julie actress. Why did I say that? Julie. Because I wrote it that. So Julie comes over and sees. For a second, I thought it was going to be Malcolm's pecker, but it's just his.
Why? That would never be that. But yeah.
I mean, their eyes, they don't show him in the underwear first. They just show her eyes, his eyes.
She shows up in the house.
Huge!
The house is in disrepair when Julie shows up. Dewey's trying to clean up this spill with egg. Hal's listening to the records. There's trash everywhere. It's a nightmare. She goes into Malcolm's room and she sees him changing in his underwear. And it's funny, like when you're that age, like having a girl see you in your underwear is like the pinnacle of embarrassment.
Which is ironic because Captain Underpants is a hero. He served in the armed forces.
I don't know how your brain works, but not good.
It ain't working so good.
It ain't working so good.
How could you let her see me in my underwear?
She sees him in his underwear, and then she dashes out of the room and trips over a wire that the record player is plugged into. She falls into some trash.
And then she's like, I shouldn't have come here. Everyone told me not to come over, but I was just trying to be nice or something. It's so sad.
She does a good performance, too.
She does. She's a great actress. I mean, the Grinch wouldn't just hire any actress.
The Grinch wouldn't hire anybody.
And he's a tough guy.
He's a tough
audition room, I'll tell you that
seriously.
much.
And when he invites you up to his hotel room, don't
Say
go.
no.
Don't go. He stole Christmas.
No one realized that I'm the one who held this family together. Without me to blame everything on, they don't know what to do with themselves.
A scapegoat. Thanks.
Mom thinks...
Francis thinks that he was the glue of the family, much like I am the glue of my family, and reminds Malcolm that he needs a scapegoat, and so he blames everything on Reese because of the Mighty Man toy. It just reminds him of the Mighty Man toy. And I love Dewey going, present? And then he goes, Mighty Man? Like, it was so sweet. So up to passing egg 12 on the meter there, Dewey, well done. Well done.
Egg 12 is above egg?
It goes 10, 11, egg, 12.
They get their asses into gear and they go to the funeral, and then the ending of the episode is him.
When they're heading to the funeral, they're like, Egg, come on. They leave Egg behind and bring him along, which is just...
Egg comes along, and thus surpassing the egg level on the cuteness meter, and even 12 up to 13 egg.
You think Hang on. See. This is why I deal with the ratings and you don't. What the hell? That doesn't mean a thing.
Okay.
13 egg. Excuse me. It goes 10, 11, egg, 12, 13, 14, rainbow.
What's that one?
I don't know. That was kind of a fun. Just running with it.
Just running with it.
Dixon, Foxtrot, Whiskey, Tango.
Delta, Tango, Alpha, Beta.
Egg! God!
So they're at the funeral, and Hal's there, and he's delivering. Wouldn't you know it? Hal's there.
Sorry, go ahead.
They go to the funeral, and wouldn't you know it, Hal's delivering a good speech. He's actually killing it. Good for him, doing a funny bit or something.
What would you say at a funeral?
I love you. I miss you.
So Egg's all messy at the funeral. They're all in horrible clothes. Reese is in the corner looking at the wall, and Lois is like
shouts at him,
yells so loud, hilarious.
They did show up in like plain clothes. Like, it's kind of disrespectful.
Well, clearly they don't actually give a fuck about this woman. It's more about like making a point as a family and making a point to Reese and all that. Like, they don't give a shit. They never care about how they're perceived at all.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is funny. I feel like, I mean, we might cut this, but I feel like Mom like gives a shit about, well, acts like manners and stuff and gives a shit about how she appears, but then she would do the same thing as Lois of just like yelling so loud in public, which is so funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, do you or don't you care? Or you do care, but you just like don't recognize your actions as, you know?
Malcolm's feeding juice to some old guy.
Oh yeah, Malcolm's feeding juice. He's like, has it on his conscience. He feels bad about Reese.
They always end the episodes with a little cute joke, you know?
They do. Well, it's called a button in comedy. He's Ryan's more the filmmaker, more the comedian, as you guys can probably tell.
Willa is really struggling.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating that I mean, much like the Grinch, Malcolm is embarrassed and ashamed in front of that actress, Julie actress.
Oh,
Julie.
Landry.
Her name. Ashamed in front of Landry, which many men are, many men and Grinches. Would you call the Grinch a man?
Sure, I wouldn't call him a woman.
Not stupid enough to be a woman. That's how Ryan thinks.
Granted, I haven't seen him make a sandwich.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Well, I'm saying if he did a good job, maybe he could be a
good.
woman.
Oh,
you don't know what level he's at of misogyny.
No, it's just like it's not that women make sandwiches good. It's that women make.
I know,
well, mine does. Mine sure does. I don't know if yours does. Hand
puts 2 slices of cheese. That kind of does it. I think I'm all out of anecdotes here.
You gave so many good ones. Are you sure?
Jury's still out on the whole homeo thing. Sound out in the comments.
Actually, we saw some sweet comments on our Spotify, so thank you guys for commenting. Yeah, I think people were saying fuck the mods. We agree with you. Fuck them right up their butt.
Fuck them in their little butts. There were some nice comments that were like just kind, and I didn't even know you could comment on Spotify, but our producer Kaela for once did something good. Yeah, and she showed us these comments, and we were like, wow, maybe you're smarter than we all give you credit for. Yeah.
I mean, we get us
all.
You created a couple of burner accounts.
I'd be impressed with your ability to make accounts.
Seriously, yeah, to think of that many passwords. So anyway, keep on commenting. Leave us nice comments, mean comments.
Keep on keeping on, brother.
Keep on keeping on, and post us to the Malcolm in the Middle subreddit if you want to.
If you care to.
But we have,
things in the works, so you don't need to necessarily.
We'll put a pin in that, but I think they'll be seeing more of us on there eventually.
Let's just say. Thanks, guys.
Tune in next week for episode 12 of season 1. It's called Cheerleader. Another great episode, if I do say so myself. And if I do say so myself again, this was a great episode as well. We've done a perfect job here. A lot of good Grinch talk. Cats ate her face.
And good night.
And God bless. Bang.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat? Life is unfair.